Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about my fall-winter pickups and also what I'm going to be wearing and what I'm planning on buying for this fall-winter. The reason I'm making this video is because some people over on Instagram have been DMing me telling me that they don't know what to get and what to wear for fall-winter. I'm not going to tell you what you should buy because I think you should find that out yourself, but I think this video can maybe work as a reference or some inspiration to what you should maybe consider. So yeah, let's just get right into it. The first pieces I'm going to tell you about is my jackets. The first jacket is probably the one you already have seen. It's the Alpha SV 24K Gold colorway. It's Arcteryx's top model, so you can't find anything more hardcore than this. It's made in Canada. I bought a size large. I'm very happy with it. The only reason I can justify buying something as expensive as this is because I also use it for outdoor activities. I do a lot of hiking and mountaineering, so this is like a multi-use jacket. I can both use it in everyday urban life, and I can use it when I'm out in the field. But the next jacket I have on the agenda is this very nice vintage Adidas windbreaker. I'm very much love the more casual feel of this, but with a little sporty vintage twist, makes it a very nice piece to incorporate in a fit. It's also very simple colors. It's this very royal blue-esque and with the black bottom. And these white lines is actually reflected. I don't know how much you can see of that on the camera, but yeah, it's a reflective material, which also makes it a little bit more special at night. It has this very nice back print, or not print, embroidery with the big Adidas logo. This is another piece I've been buying. It's a Sherpa fleece. I bought this 2 years ago, so it's not exactly a new pickup, but it's still in the rotation. I still use it sometimes. I have been using it more than I use now because I have these two. I have had this for a very long time, but this is very great all-around jacket. But this is more situational. It doesn't really have a purpose when it rains a lot, and it rains a lot from where I'm from. So yeah, I have to watch out for that. Now for tops and like hoodies, knitwear and stuff like that, I have a lot of different hoodies and crewnecks. Also have a few knits, but I'm just going to show a few of my favorites and what I recently picked up. And the first piece is this very nicely faded Stone Island zip-up. I picked this up secondhand, and I don't know how well it transfers over to video, but this has a very nice fading. A few holes here and there, like the classical with the pocket, but yeah, it's a very nicely faded. Sadly, it's a little too small for me, so I'm going to be selling this. I don't know if maybe it's already sold, or if it's not sold, you can type over to my Instagram and say if you want to buy it. I got this for a very good price. I'm also going to sell it for a very good price. But yeah, it's very nice. Sadly, too small as said. The next piece is this CP Company knit. I recently picked this up. As you already can tell, I'm a pretty big fan of Massimo Osti and his works, both brands, both CP Company and Stone Island. But hey, if you want to hear more about both Stone Island and CP Company, or made a video on both those brands and also made a video on Massimo Osti as a designer himself. So yeah, go watch that if you're interested in it. But back to the video. It's a very nice knit. It's 100% wool, I believe. I don't know what type of wool exactly. I can't remember that. It's somewhere in the wash tag. I believe it's made in Italy, and I got this for a very, very, very good price. Let's just say it that way. I got it on sale. I wasn't planning on buying it, but I was just looking through the store racks and saw this discount. And I thought to myself, I need to pick this up. And just do it. Third piece is this very nice Stüssy knit. It's a knit, but it's 100% cotton. So yeah, which I can throw it in a washing machine. Very nice when it's white and stuff like that. So if you spill anything on it, you can just quickly throw it in the washing machine. That's quite nice. But yeah, I'm very happy with this because I believe a lot of Stüssy pieces now focus really much more on the height beast, if you know what I mean. Stüssy have become very popular. Nothing wrong with that. It's a great brand. I love it. But the whole 8-ball thing went a bit overboard, in my opinion. So I enjoyed a little bit more low-key pieces before I transition into pants and shoes and accessories. I quickly want to touch upon t-shirts because I'm probably gonna get questions about that. The first item is just quick story here. It's my first or so experience or encounter with fashion, where I first got interested in fashion and brands and stuff and improving my style. It was this Stüssy t-shirt. I was very happy with it. I still use it. It has got this crazy fading now because it has been washed so many times. Next piece is this football shirt I bought in Indonesia. Quickly wanted to show this. It has a fun story. I was in Indonesia on a holiday in Bali, and I thought it would be fun to pick up a football shirt, also not because I'm that much into like the blue core and the football culture and stuff like that, more also because it was a fun memory, and I actually quite enjoyed the design. I think for football shirt it has a very, very nice clean look to it. A bit elevated because it has this pattern on it. I don't know how well it transfers to the camera, but it has this pattern and a very nice Indonesia logo and stuff like that. So yeah. The next is a bit of it's a basic t-shirt. It's because in recent times I've realized that I'm moving more and more so to the basic side. Nothing wrong with that. It's more simple. It's much easier to layer. I found out for elevating your style, you should try finding some basic pieces. That doesn't mean you can't have graphic t-shirts. Like I also showed here, you can have graphic t-shirts, but big graphics with big brand logos and names on the front of the t-shirt can stop you from putting zip hoodies or overshirts, or layering in generally becomes more and more difficult the more branding and the more naming and the more graphics you have on. So yeah, I'm moving more towards the basic, and I encourage you, if you only have graphic tees, to pick up a few basic t-shirts. But yeah, I digress. This is the fruit of the loom, basic t-shirt. A lot of basic t-shirts is really expensive for some reason. I don't know why. You can't have decent quality and decent price. Uniqlo tees used to be that way, but now they got expensive. I own a few Uniqlo tees, very happy. It's the old version. but I can't justify buying them now. They are way too expensive for what quality and fit you get. So the next section here, I've angled the camera a bit different, and that's because it's going to be our pants. Right here I'm wearing Carhartt Carpenters. It's a vintage pair. I bought them second hand. They have some small scuffs down at the bottom of the right leg, and they have also some paint splatter, red paint splatter on them. But I actually enjoy that part of it. I think it gives the pants some character. I got, as I said, a lot of use out of them. Probably my favorite pants. I'm planning on buying more pairs in other colors, but this is by far my favorite. The next pair here is a pair of Galaxy jeans from Weekday. It's a very comfortable pair. In the dark coloring, it has been washed a few times, so there's lost a bit of color, but I think it adds a little bit to the aesthetic of the pant. I also used this for a long time, so it's gotten quite destroyed. Personally, I enjoy the more wide-fitting fit of the pants, so that's why I chose the Galaxy, and I'm actually thinking of going with the Weekday Astro next time. Personally, some of my friends have been telling me that they have bad experiences with the Weekday and the quality, but I have owned pairs for 2-3 years, and they have worked perfectly. This next pair here is a pair of Carhartt Carpenters again. As said, I really love the Carpenter silhouette, and I think it really gives an interesting look to the outfit, making it a bit workwear inspired, which I love. I love that style. I love that kind of weight because it's generally more rough and has more resistance towards everything else. So when you're out doing active activities, like I am when I'm out climbing or out walking and stuff like that, I need durable clothes that also, for me, look good. That's important, and I think these work perfectly for that. As for shoes, I don't have that many to show off because I don't wear a lot of different shoes. It's reverse from a few years ago when the only thing I really bought was different kind of shoes. So I kind of transitioned from a sneakerhead into more a clothing head, if you can say that in some way. You have seen this old video. It's a Birkenstock Boston. I know they get a lot of shit for being fashion trendy, and I bought these 2 years ago. Haven't taken them off since. They are so comfortable, so nice. I like the aesthetic of them. I think they look so clean. As you just can see here, with the pants over the shoes, it makes for a great look. It's very clean. I like it, and it works for all my pants this way. So it's just, I wish I could wear more. And I think actually if I wanted to buy a new pair, or if I wanted to buy my next pair of shoes, I would consider buying a leather version so I could wear them more outside. This next pair here is a pair of New Balance 2002 R's, and in the forest green, olive green, I believe they're called, colorway. I've been wearing these a whole lot. They are pretty much my go-to sneaker. They are very comfortable, and they have a great feel and great look. It's a little bit sporty, running-ish shoe, but this colorway makes it feel more like an everyday sneaker, a more down-to-earth. The next pair is these pair of Solomons. It's the 3D Max colorway. I believe they're called. Model 3D Max model, and all black colorway. It's a Gore-Tex shoe. I use it often for outdoors, but sometimes also like to pair it with, like I do here, my carbon pants and a normal jacket or hoodie over. It's very simple, but they are so comfortable. This is another piece with a great story. This is my Air Jordan 1s. I didn't really bother tying them up, but I think you can see them right here. It's a very clean colorway. I think I like them so much. I've been wearing them so much. I think I bought them for resale in 2018, before the whole Air Jordan 1 hype started really taking pace. So I got them for a great deal back then. Now they're pretty much worthless because the Air Jordan 1 trend has died down a bit and I have completely destroyed them. But it's the Air Jordan 1 Phantom. The reason I love them so much is because the leather on them is such a high quality. It's from when Nike still made good quality Air Jordans. So it's so soft, and I've never had a problem with it.
This next part of the video is going to be more so a list of things I'm planning on picking up for the near future, or ideally would like to get my hands on. So the first item on my list is probably going to be some sort of down jacket. I've been looking at one from CP Company. They make a DD shell hooded down jacket I looked at last year but didn't pick up. If I find a good deal, I might pick it up because it's a very nice jacket with a very interesting look because of the way they have garment dyed the jacket. I've also been looking at the Arcteryx Serum LT because it's more of a functional piece while still having this very beautiful look to it. It's very clean and has some very nice colorways also. The second item upon my list is a pair of weekday Astro jeans. The thing about weekday Astro jeans is they are always sold out, so it's hard to get your size. But it's also important to remember that weekday is owned by H&M, so you're kinda in a way supporting them. But for me at least, I think I'm getting a good deal because I use my weekday jeans for just as long and just as much as I use my Levi's and I use my Carhartt jeans. So in that sense, I get just as much value out of them as I do with any other pair. But yeah, this is a big topic of overconsumption and overproduction, which could be its whole own video, so I'm not going to go into that right now. The third item is probably going to be some sort of derby. As I grow older and want to experiment with new styles, I want to maybe try and switch out the sneaker for something else. And I think a derby is the perfect way for that. I really looked over at Raymir because I really like his style. And I looked at his brand Auray NYC, and I think they have some perfect derbies for me at least. The only thing is that they come at a high price point, which I think is justified for the perfect good materials, the new silhouettes, the new thinking and all the work he has put into it. The only thing that's problematic for me is that if I try to ship them to Europe, where I live, I probably will get both taxed and transportation is so expensive. So it's going to be hard for me. These next pieces are probably more so what some people might call mainstream or trendy. And I definitely have to agree upon that. What I'm talking about is the Dickies Eisenhower jacket and Carhartt Detroit jacket. But I think it's important to note for yourself, if you like a piece that's trendy or mainstream, there's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to be clear with yourself. Do I like the piece because it's popular, or do I like the piece because of how it looks? And for me at least, I've been looking at these two types of jackets for a long time now. And I think I really want to get some but the way I'm thinking is I want to get that silhouette, not that particular jacket. Yeah, I want that particular jacket, but I also would like something cooler than that have the same silhouette. So I'm looking at the silhouette. And for example, the Eisenhower jacket. There's a lot of jackets out there with the exact same silhouette. And that's lucky for me because that means I can go and find vintage versions which might even have better quality and be more interesting for me at least to use in outfits. That's where I'm mainly looking at it. For Carhartt Detroit jackets, I'm more so looking at vintage pairs, but what I really want to get is a Detroit jacket that's for good price. Let me say that because there's a lot of people selling Detroit jackets, Carhartt Detroit jackets for way too much. We are talking way over retail for older pairs, which I definitely think you shouldn't buy something vintage, especially something so popular as the Carhartt Detroit jacket, for that much over retail, because it isn't very justified, I think. Sometimes it's justified to buy something over retail, but not for a old Detroit jacket. Unless it's something extremely special, but in that case we're talking a whole different scenario. But yeah. The second thing I also been looking at is short coats, especially fringed short coats. I think those are very nice to look at. I seen Drew Joyner use them in his outfits, and I really like the one he owns. But it opened kind of my eye for this other way of using layering in the springtime, or at least what would be spring for me when spring comes around, because right now it's way too cold to wear something like a French short coat, but I will definitely be looking at something like a French short coat. I think they bring something interesting and a good way to layer in the spring. So that just about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you want to watch more of these kind of videos. I know it's a new format, and therefore also would like some feedback as always. And if you totally didn't like this kind of format and video, I can assure you that there's another video, another one brand in a minute on its way to TikTok, and a more in-depth video for YouTube. And I would like to say that it's coming out before the 24th of December. But I don't think my reputation is very good at keeping promises, so let's just keep it at that. And I hope you enjoyed.